Sorry. Hello, good evening. I'm live streaming tonight off schedule because uh, something that I've been waiting for so long has finally released. And yes, it's Crusader Kings 3 as you can see on the screen. It's the sequel, or actually the reimagining of Crusader Kings 2. And this game is a grand strategy game. It's something for people who like to get stressed when they're playing on their free time. So it's not as complicated as Crusader Kings 2 if that's something that you've played before. One of the complaints that fans of the game had about Crusader Kings is it's so very hard to get into because it's a grand strategy game. It's very complicated. It has a very deep gameplay elements. It has a lot. It had a lot of depth, and it was very overwhelming. When once we start later, you'll see just how overwhelming this game could get. But the good thing is they streamlined a lot of things here in Crusader Kings 3. They made sure that it's more noob friendly and they made sure that it's easier for people to get into this time around. So it's something that I'd like to share to you guys, just in case you're interested in these kinds of games. So you could check it out for yourself on Steam. It's currently, I think, at 900 pesos. But if you want to get the full experience and um, be able to secure the future expansions and DLCs, you could go for the Royal Edition. I think that's what it's called for 1,500 pesos. So, yeah, wait, sorry. I've been trying to stall for a bit because I'm just trying to share this to everyone. So, yeah, this game is going to be really good and I hope you guys enjoy it. So, right now, I'm going to start a new game. Crusader Kings 3 is a grand strategy game set in medieval Europe. So, as you can see on the screen, there are waypoints here or dates. So, you can start at any date you want, but these are like milestones in medieval Europe. So, you could start at 867. It's the name of the scenario is Wrath of the Northmen because it was in 867 that King of what's his name? I think William the Conqueror of Normandy invaded England and became the King of England. And then 867 the Carolingians because now this is about Carolingian Empire which was I think the they are the successors of Charlemagne years later. The fate of England because this is during the War of the Roses, I think. I'm not sure. And yeah, Iberia in pieces because this is the time when Spain was not united in just one ruler. As you can see, there's different kings here. So these are the recommended characters that you could play as or start with. In Crusader Kings 3, don't actually play as any single player or character. You control one character at a time. But once your character dies, you start playing as their heir, their successor. So for example, if you have a son and you're a monarch, so most likely for example here you're a king. When you die, you pass the crown to your son, the prince, and now you're playing as the prince, who's now the king. So that's how it works. But you're not limited to these characters. If you want to play other people, you can click here, play as any ruler in 867. It's going to load a different menu. It's gonna open up this huge map, and as you can see, you have a lot of options on who to play as. So you can click here if you want to play as Basilios of the Byzantine Empire. Or you can click here if you want to be King Boris of Bulgaria. And you can click here if you want to be King Charles the Bald of West Francia, who is obviously not very bald, apparently. So yeah, that's how this game works. at the start. You could even play as someone from China if you want, so it's not really limited to just medieval Europe. You can be these guys, or you could be part of the Khanate if you want. So the game lasts for generations. It starts at year 867, but I think the game ends at around, if I'm not mistaken, around 1500s. That's only when the game ends. And the only way you could lose in this game is if your dynasty dies. So, for example, if your king dies and he doesn't have any suitable heirs, or if his successor is someone from a different family. Things like that could happen in the game, and that's the only way that you could lose. But for example, if you're playing as West Francia, even if you lose the crown, so if you're a king and you lose a, if you lose a war and you end up becoming a duke or a count, it doesn't matter. You still continue playing and you could make your way back on top. And that's the beauty of this game. You can keep on playing for years, literally, as long as you make sure that you have enough children to continue your lineage. So yeah, in Crusader Kings 2, I always play as someone from Ireland. I don't know why, but that's what I do. So let's get someone from Ireland. Let's zoom in here. I usually play as Connacht. Uh, so that's what we're going to do. We're gonna play as the Earldom of Connacht. An earldom is ruled by an earl, which is how do you explain this? Equivalent to a count in other countries. So for Britain, for the United Kingdom or the Great Britain and Ireland, you have terms like earl instead of count, and you have petty kings instead of dukes. So we'll start as Connacht. This is our home province, and let's play. To make things interesting, we're going to enable Iron Man mode, which means we can't save scum the game. Whatever happens, the game saves automatically, and there's no way for you to undo your mistakes. And that's going to allow us to gain achievements during our playthrough. Okay, so let's start playing as Chieftain Mogran Mac Mel Kothide of Connacht at tier 59. As you can see, I've been playing all throughout the day, so I have quite an idea on how the game plays out. And there we go. We're starting the game. It starts paused, but as soon as you play, everything on the map gets simulated. So it doesn't matter if you're just playing in Ireland. The world will still continue running all the way to India, all the way to China, even though you're not interacting with them, which is I think is kind of cool. Like if you start like this small earl here and you become king of Ireland, nobody cares. If you, Russia could be conquering the whole Asia for all you know, but you'll never know that until you zoom out. You're just so engrossed at your small little kingdom here in Ireland and not seeing the rest of the world. But in your perspective, you've already achieved so much, but actually it's just nothing in the grand scheme of things. Anyway, aside from that, I'm gonna run you through some basic things. These are our resources or score, if you could think of it that way. This is our money, so we have 15 pieces of gold at the start, and we gain 1.2 gold each turn. The income depends on your holdings or your properties. So the more lands we hold, the higher our monthly income will be. This is our prestige, or basically how famous you are. This is our piety, or how well we sit with the church that we belong in. We're currently part of the insular Christianity. It's not exactly Catholic, but at least you're Christian, and you don't have a head of faith, so the Pope can't touch us. And then this is your renown. It's like prestige in terms of it being your popularity, but instead of your personal popularity, it's the popularity of your whole family, of your dynasty, of your whole lineage. And then this here, this number shows your levy count or the total number of soldiers you have. And this is your demesne or domain holdings. We currently have one out of four holdings. So based on our character stats, we can hold up to four lands, and we should be aiming for more than four actually. So I think it will be easier to explain things as we go on. So I'm going to go ahead and look at these things. What's our stats? We're good at learning. So these are the stats of your character. There are five or six actually, including the prowess. So I have eight diplomacy, which is pretty poor. Seven martial, which is also pretty poor. Eight stewardship, which is again pretty poor. Zero intrigue, which is terrible. And 16 learning, which is good. So at least we have 16 learning. We could make up for our shortcomings in the other fields. We could use this to study and increase our other stats, I think. And this are prowess. So if martial ability talks about your capabilities as a commander, prowess talks about your individual capabilities as a soldier. This is our heir, your son, heir, and steward. Miridak Mac Magroon Ua Bruin Ai. He's 20 years old and he has way better stats compared to me, so that's good because once I die, I'll start playing as him. And it's good that he's way better than me. But as you can see here, down here, this is my family tree. I only have one son. If he dies and then I die, it's game over. So it's good to find a suitable spouse for us so that we could have more children. And think about that as like some sort of insurance policy. We're gonna get a suitable wife. Judith looks nice. She's 25 and her culture is Anglo-Saxon. That shouldn't have a lot of problems. So we don't really care so much about that right now. We're going to marry her, send proposal, and then a couple of minutes we're going to get married. So whatever decisions you make here, they won't be enacted until you press the play button. So right now we're paused. We could take our time strategizing and thinking of what we're supposed to be doing, but until we press the play button, nothing's gonna happen. So our religion actually encourages having multiple wives. So I'm going to go look for other wives. This let's have her. We can have her. She looks nice. Send proposal. And then another wife should have good learning or diplomacy. So let's marry this person also. And then a third wife should be from a strong family so that we could have a strong alliance with a foreign power. So there we go. So once I play the press button, I'm going to have four wives, which is nice. I don't know. Lifestyle choice. So this is something new in Crusader Kings 3. So this wasn't in Crusader Kings 2, needless to say. This like choosing how you want to live your life. And if you focus on one of these lifestyles, you become better and better at that field. So since we have really high learning, it makes sense that we follow a path of learning because it's going to be, it's better to work on your strengths in this game rather than trying to compensate yourself on other things. So let's go for learning. And you gain experience as you go along through the story. There are going to be events that's going to affect your experience here. So what you should do first is pick a focus. And it explains what benefits you get for picking a focus. And I think it'll going to be nice if we go for scholarship focus because it gives us +3 learning and it increases our development growth, which actually improves our culture and our uh, technology in our domain. So it's going to help us unlock more things faster for our supposed kingdom. I can't say kingdom because I only have an earldom right now. and then we pick that. And then these are like skills that you gain. Every 1,000 experience you get, you unlock a new perk, and you could use that unlock perk to pick a new skill here. And each skill has its own benefits, own bonuses for your own character. So needless to say, once my character dies and I start playing as his heir, his son, I'm going to have a different lifestyle and I'm going to have a different track, which makes the game interesting because every few hours or so, or every 30 minutes of playing the game, you'll be starting a new game, so to speak, because you're going to be playing as a different character from there on. So right now, we have completed the theologian track, which makes my character theologian, which explains his very high learning. And let's take a quick look at what he has. He has faithful, which increases our clergy opinion. Convert faith in county progress speed is increased. Okay, so it makes our character uh, a paragon of virtue, I think. It makes him a defender of the faith. Okay, so it's not the best game, it's not the best track for me because I like being a military conqueror or like a schemer or like a economics builder. So this is going to be new for me. I am not very used to playing as a character which has high learning. For me, as a ruler, learning doesn't really matter much. You have to be strong so that you could win wars, or you have to be charismatic so you could sway your opponents or your neighbors. Or you have to be very skilled in economics so you could build up the economy and prosperity of your kingdom. Or you could be a schemer so that whoever opposes you, you could just have them snap killed any time of the day. So it's going to be a new gameplay for me. Lifestyle, I'm not very used to that, but we're gonna stick to that. And we click here, issues. These are like the current stuff that your character is dealing with. Uh, we have few champions. They're kinda like knights. Just calling them champions because we're not exactly feudal, we're a chiefdom. So we only have 4 champions in our domain and 295 soldiers. You can declare wars. Oh, that's cool. Usually, you can't just declare war to any character or to any country that you want. You have to have a valid casus belli or a cause for war. So usually you make them up. You you make up claims like, "Oh, I'm actually the rightful heir for your throne," things like that, just so you have an excuse to go to war against a person or against a country, so you could take over their lands. It's not always a good idea to do that because if you only have a weak claim on a land, it's not going to pass on to your offsprings. So they're not going to inherit any claims that you have, which means it's going to be a big problem for you in the future. So every decision you make here, you should kind of balance the short-term rewards and the long-term rewards because you have to think forward. How would your actions affect generations after you? Is it going to make it harder for you to play in the future? Because even if, for example, I am successful in uniting Ireland under my rule, if I had been tyrannical, as soon as I die and my child takes over as the new king of Ireland, there's a possibility that the civil war could break out because no one likes me so much. So you have to think about those stuff. Which makes the game very interesting for me, and it really is a unique game compared to all of the other strategy games that we have out there, which is what makes this game really really good. Okay, so these are like issues, current affairs that you could address because ideally you set your own goals in this game, but still the game gives you some sort of direction on what you could do right now. So it's telling me to have my son married with someone because he's currently not married. So we gotta take away his virginity somehow. We're going to look for someone who has high stewardship. And that's going to be a nice pair for you. She's Franconian, which is not so different from our culture. We'll have him marry that girl. And now we're ready to start playing. And when you start play button, you're just gonna sit back and wait and see how things unfold. Well, everyone's accepting my marriage proposals, which is nice. Now we have 4 wives, which is nice. It actually gives us additional piety for having a lot of wives. There you go. So we're gonna look at our council. These are the people who are responsible in keeping your government running. So think of them as like the council in Game of Thrones, the one where Peter Baelish is part of. So your wife will always be part of it, and some other vassals of yours. So you want to place characters who have very high stats for that position. For example, here, we wouldn't want a steward who only has 6 in stewardship. So we're gonna replace him with someone who has better stats. Okay. If I put you here, you only have 13. You only have 13. You have 13 stewardship, which is better than this guy's, but well, actually, you could have this instead. Okay, so we're going to min max our people. We would want Murdek to be our marshal instead, and then for steward, we'll want male Flanine. There you go. We don't really have a lot of use for diplomacy right now because we're just a small county. We don't really care so much. We want our spy master to disrupt schemes. You could give them projects or like tasks because they're your people. So our bishop is going to improve religious relations. Or actually, I have a better idea. Let's look at our neighbors and see who has the weakest military among them. Okay, never mind. Looks like I have the weakest military among us. Oh, Brain. How do you read this? Brain? Brain? Bruthen, probably. So they have weaker military compared to us. It says inferior military. That's probably because our military is has advanced technologies, or we have better champions and commanders leading our armies. So not just because we have less men means we have a weaker military. Okay, so the reason why we were looking for that is because we want our bishop to fabricate a claim on that county. So what our bishop is going to do is going to snoop around and see what kind of vile documents he could find and try to establish a claim for me for that county. So if ever he is successful, we'll finally have a casus belli to go to war against the Count of Brian, the Gurnan Max Selakan of Brian, which is nice. uh, for other for other chancellors, for other councillors, rather, what do we want them to do? I think you just have to go organize the levies. Daughter-in-law. What? What? My daughter-in-law died that fast? How could that happen? Prestige power or high high stewardship. How old are you? She's 24. Okay, she's a perfect fit for my son. Let's get her. Okay. Greetings. I accept your marriage proposal. Blah blah blah. We could raid since we're just a chieftain. Actually, we could go to war against Brian. Invade kingdom. We could actually invade them instead. Subjugating them would be better if we were above our cap in our holdings, but since we're not, we'll just better to just invade them. Wait, what's the problem if my what does it say again? What happens if my level of fame is just less than exalted at the moment? You may only attempt one invasion war against a kingdom tier title per lifetime. How about subjugation? I think we could just subjugate them or conquer them. You gain a contested title. Or we could just conquer. What's the difference? I think that's better, and we can call out our allies so that they could join our battle. Okay, so we're gonna declare war, and going to raise our armies. So they're going to be there. I'm gonna ask them to move, and we could actually even call our allies for war at war. Wait, no, they don't want us to join the war. Oh dear. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. If this war goes horribly wrong, we're gonna restart the game. Because there's no use in finishing a finishing a campaign where we've already lost the war. So let's just hope that we win this war. Why is the quality of our soldiers low? Is this a nice place to defend in? Doesn't look like it's a nice place to defend in. First army. Oh, it looks like they're tough. Looks like they're tough. Let's not go there. Let's try not to engage battle with them. Or we could stay here. We're going to have a bonus in defense because this is hilly terrain, which makes defense easier for our soldiers. It doesn't look nice. Our troops seem to be losing, and well, empty council position. One of my soldiers died. Ugh, okay. Oh dear, this isn't good. We lost the battle. Okay, I wasn't paying so much attention to the game because I was trying to teach you guys. So we're going to try this again, start a new game. And I don't want to play as those people anymore. Could play as Duke of York, maybe, but England. What I don't like playing as part of England is because they're always embroiled in war, which is not nice for the economy. If you just want to build your holdings, it's going to be really hard for you. And at the start of this game, you're getting raided a lot. So let's not. Let's go for the fate of England. Let's go for this. This should be better. Oh, it's William the Conqueror. Okay, so it's 1066 apparently. This is not the Hundred Years' War or the War of the Roses. It's the invasion of the invasion of Normandy. So I think let's play as someone in Ireland during this time, which should make us a duchy by now. We're not going to be. We're going to be feudal at this point. We're not going to be a chiefdom anymore. So we're going to play as Petty King Merchant Mac Duncad of Monster. Game rules should be Iron Man. There we go. And there we go. Let's play this. So it's really actually hard to convey the appeal of this game if you haven't played this game before. It's really hard to explain why this game is so nice. Oh look, our character this time has very high martial prowess, and he's a skilled tactician. So this should help us invade our neighbors really easily. So what we want from our wife would be someone with high learning. So let's get this girl. How old is she? She's 27, shouldn't be so bad. And we should get a lot of wives because that's what our god wants us to have. Lots of wives. And there we go. Let's find more wives. This one with high diplomacy. And there we go. And then another wife which will give us a nice alliance. There we go. And then our son also doesn't have a spouse, so we'll find a nice bride for him. Someone with high scheming. So this girl should work. There you go. Lifestyle choice would be Marshall. We'll go for that. And then we want our our guy to be chivalric. Do we want to be gallant or do we want to be authoritative? I say let's go for authoritative. Because that way, if we're authoritative, the people we conquer would follow us more easily. Okay, so this is our domain. The Duchy of Munster, which is divided into two counties of Thomond and Ormond. So it's really nice when you zoom out, you see the whole duchy, and when you zoom in, you see you see the borders. So for our county of Thomond, we actually have three provinces. We have this province, which has the city of Ennis. This province, which has the barony of Luimnich. I don't know how to read. And oh, actually, we have four provinces. Sorry, the third province here on the mountains is the bishopric of Awanak Urmhumhan, and this one here is the barony of Roscrea. So they have different types of holdings. This is a bishopric, which means it's governed by a bishop. This is a city, so it is governed by a mayor. And this is a barony, which is governed by a baron. So in medieval times, when you say that you're a baron, that means you own a castle. So this barony of Luminich has a castle there. The barony of Roscrea sadly doesn't have any castles right now. So yeah, that's the different kinds of holdings that you can have. We're not endorsed by your bishop. Let's sway him. Let's try swaying him. Family members can get married. Okay, let's find you some wife. Yeah, marry this girl. Half brother and Marshall. We want to pass down the Marshall genes. Marry this girl. Oh, Brian is going to marry someone real soon. Okay. We declare war with someone. Seize Earldom of Desmond. I guess we could do that, but in a bit, not right now. Let's settle our economics first. Earlier we kinda screwed up because we went ahead and declared war with someone immediately at the start. So try not to do that again. Join the Norman conquest of England? Sure. So right off the bat, William of Normandy is going to invade England, and I'm not really inclined to go out here and join the war because I'm not really going to gain anything from joining that war. So what we want to do is to wait for our income to increase. I mean our goal to increase. So we're gonna speed up the process here. I just realized I have to move my face here so that you can see more things. Oh, sorry, not like that. Here, let's move my face over here. There you go. So sometimes things like this happen depending on your lifestyle choice, and it allows you to decide on stuff that happens in your life, and it affects your skills, your relationship with other people, and the state of affairs in your country. So deciding on these things is actually important. Thankfully, it's not like some dating sim or a visual novel where you don't actually know what's going to happen depending on your decision. Actually, it tells you. So what happens is one of your commanders is about to beat up one of his soldiers for suggesting something. Remember, this is the medieval times. You're not supposed to question anyone of authority at this time. And as the king, you witnessed this while you're in incognito in the city. So you removed all of your regal dresses and just walk like a commoner, and you witnessed this. So it's asking you, how are you going to react? As the king, are you going to let this slip? Like sneak away and take credit for the soldier's idea, the soldier's suggestion? Make an example out of them? Or step in and protect the soldier? So, as someone who is uh, who would rather side with the weak and side with the oppressed? I'm going to step in and protect the soldier. Let's see what happens. So, knowing the consequences of harming a commander, the soldier does nothing to defend himself from the incoming blows. As blood is drawn, I throw myself between them. Perhaps I should have known better than to brawl with the seasoned warrior. In the end, I must reveal my identity for Marcade to let me go. I skulk back to my tent before the news spread. So, at least I learned a trick or two. So, what happens is you gain fought seasoned warrior for 5 years, which gives me an additional prowess. I gain 50 martial lifestyle experience, and yeah, that's what happened. So you're going to experience a lot of those things in this game, sometimes over and over again. Um, these events will tend to repeat. Okay, so it looks like one of my wives gave birth. I didn't even notice that she's pregnant. So you get to name them. Abner, Brian. I don't want that name. Good insular name. Patrick. Of course, you could always just change this and give them the name that you want. Good Irish name. Art, Quirky, Maklay, Fingun, Celine. Good insular name. Simon. Simon sounds nice. Let's have Simon. So that's going to be our insurance policy. In case my son dies, I still have another son. But you also have to be wary that you're also setting up your future rivals. So having a lot of children is good in terms of preserving your dynasty. But when the time comes that my first son will take up the mantle of the petty king, he's going to have his strongest rival, his own brother. Because more than likely, his brother would want the throne for himself. So, probably in the future, he's going to challenge our rule if ever we come to that. So, you have to think about those things if you want to play for long. Being corresponding with your chancellor, perhaps you're even someone that I one day would be proud to call my friend. That's nice, that's nice. Now we have enough money to create a regiment of light footmen. So levies, these are just peasants, composed of peasant soldiers that you conscript into your army because they have no they have no freedom whatsoever. If you tell them that they're going to become soldiers and they're going to fight some strangers in the battlefield, they have no choice. They have to follow you, or else they're going to be imprisoned or something. So back then, that's part of your responsibilities as a commoner. But aside from these peasants who know nothing about the art of war, we could also recruit men at arms regiments, which are more trained soldiers with a specific specialty that we also call on when war comes. So we could pick up the light footmen, create them, and we're going to wait until they reach their maximum capacity. It starts at 5, but it's going to be reinforced every month, I think. And by the time it reaches 100, that's when we're going to declare war to Earl Muridak MacCarthack. Okay, so it's 75 now. I think, an extra hand for all the authority I supposedly wield as petty king cannot be everywhere in my realm at once. There will always be those who forget to obey my orders once my attention is turned elsewhere. This is where my wife, Petty Queen Orlyth, could come in, who has been faithfully enforcing my decrees in court. Could she serve as my right-hand woman and take a more active role in administering my realm? Of course, before we actually choose an option, we should look at the options and check their results. So if she becomes my right hand, has a right hand, means we have higher control growth. She'll have a higher opinion of me, and you will spend more time together with Petty Queen or Life, which could make her pregnant. My brother Lorcan can handle these problems, which will give my brother a higher opinion of me. Where I could sacrifice stress for higher prestige, which we're gonna do instead. There we go. Sway. I believe I can make a very convincing argument. Perhaps I should keep on diplomatic niceties. So 60% you gain 75 prestige, 40% of you spend 75 prestige. So getting 350 prestige earlier should give us a leeway to try this RNG, to try out this, to gamble on this decision. So let's go for it. I believe I can make a very convincing argument. Oh, and turns out he's convinced. That's great. The child was not meant to. Oh, that's sad. She miscarried. But anyway, let's go to war with this guy because I want to seize the earldom of Desmond. So this casus belli, it says de jure because we're the petty king of Munster, which means our realm actually extend to Desmond. But just turns out that this guy isn't part of my realm for now. But as long as the law is concerned, he should be part of my realm. So we're going to go to war against him so that we could add him to our realm. So let's raise all of our armies. There we go. We're going to attack them right where they stand. And this time we're not going to lose. Was numerous attempts to curry my favor have not gone unnoticed. I cannot feel but irritated by Earl Ranvolve's sudden interest. I cannot shake the feeling that the man's intentions are not pure. Gain stress. Lose opinion. I could lose opinion. Oh my god. My brother got injured. Oh, they got injured in battle. Okay. There's nothing we can do about that. Because I forgot to get the court decision. Well, that's how war works. And there we go. We won our first battle in this lifetime. One of my wives is pregnant again. So we're going to station our troops here on the castle of Krali so they could lay siege on the castle, and we're just gonna wait until they successfully take over that castle. Meanwhile, we're going to have to settle other affairs. Like we're about to reach, once we reach 75, we could spend money again to farm another regiment so that we'll have more troops. Having more troops is always better than having none. And actually, we can have we can expand our army in more than multiple ways. We could, like what we did earlier, we could recruit regiments, or we could hire mercenaries, which are really expensive but really strong as well because they're trained soldiers and they're specialists. We could also hire holy orders, which are unavailable right now, but they're going to fight for you against only in wars against a different religion. So if ever we're Spaniards, we're here and we share borders with the Muslims, they'll be more than happy to join us in our war against the Muslims. So remember this: in the medieval times, holy wars were still a thing, and that's when holy orders come in. But aside from that, we can also improve our holdings. As you can see here, our castle holding in Luminich or Luminec. I don't know if I have Irish. If I have Irish viewers out there, you could tell me how these things are supposed to be pronounced. But I don't know how to pronounce them right now, and I don't feel like googling them. You can construct new buildings, which will improve your levy size, add more soldiers to your army, things like that, or improve your economics, improve your commerce on your holdings. So right now we're going to have military focus because we want our realm to grow larger. Okay, so we have enough money to buy bowmans. And since we were able to lay siege and capture Trali, which is the only barony of our opponent, we can enforce our demands for this war and end the war and make them our new vassal. Okay, so we're going to disband our army. And as you can see, if we zoom out like that, the borders of Munster was extended, which means Desmond, which used to be not part of our realm, now part of our realm. But that doesn't mean that I also own Desmond. The Earl that we just defeated, the Earl Meridak, he still owns Desmond. It's just that he has to answer to me from now on. Powerful vessel demands council position. And sometimes you have strong counts like him under you. They will demand for a council position, so we're gonna give it to him. Otherwise, he'll run a high chance of rebelling against me. He could be our new steward, or not. Or yes. Okay, fine. You'll be my new steward. We're going to use our marshal to increase control here. Okay, since we just invaded them, the people there still wouldn't recognize our authority here. So we have to make sure that everyone's kept in line and they know who's the boss here. How's your war going? So the Norman conquest of England. Wow, they're doing well. Well, can't complain about that. We want very strong allies, so it's a good news that our allies out there are doing pretty well in their own wars. So this red England will be purple in a while once William the Conqueror succeeds in conquering them. Okay, I have a new son. Let's name him Michael. Michael sounds a nice name. Prisoner released. Prisoner taken siege 1. Okay, so actually most of the game is waiting. All about waiting. So you plan out your strategy. You enact laws. You give tasks to your counselors, and then you wait. You sit back and wait. As you can see, the date is moving over here. We're gonna fast forward, and what we're waiting for is I want to accumulate wealth. Once it reaches 100, I can form a new building here. We could build a barracks or a military camp. We could go for the barracks instead. So we need 150 so that we'll have a bigger levy. But actually, right now we could start trying to invade others too. Sadly, we don't have a casus belli for this guy, so we can't really go to war right now. But thankfully, we have our bishop. Sadly, our bishop is incompetent, but hopefully he'll do the trick. Go to ossuary and fabricate claims there. Let's take a look at what's happening elsewhere. Oh, you're pregnant again? How much sex do we have? Oh, Africa looks... What do you call this? They look shattered. Call to war to the amicable petty king Marchad of Munster. Who are you? Prince of Gwynedd. Who are they going to war against? It's a prince against another prince. How big is your principality? Wait. I have to know who is the winning part of this. Apprehend them. We don't want deserters in our army. Scrub the latrines. Marionette. Where's this? Where's that? Oh, in England. So you're going to war against who? Who's this? He's a duke. Principality of Diobart. Oh, you're going to war against this guy? Okay, I could join you. So why do we want to join wars? Because if you check here, if you check here, this is like the results or the current situation of the war. This is our ally, Prince Bledin of Sinfin, and these are allies that have been called to the war. This is me, the Petty King Barchad of Munster, and these are some other folks that joined the war on our side. So if we're defending against this guy, and this is the war score. It tells you whose side is winning at the current time. And this is like an explanation, breakdown of the events of the war so far. This is a war score from held objectives. There are different reasons why you're declaring war in the first place. And for example, if you want to invade someone, you have to hold the territory that you're trying to invade for you to win the battle, the war, right? So as long as you occupy their land, it's going to increase the war score for held objectives. There's also war score for from battles. So whenever two armies clash and whoever side wins gets the higher war score from sieges and also from prisoners. So the more prisoners you have, the more likely you're going to win the war. And the reason why we're joining the battle is because if we have high war contribution, which means if we participate in the battles, participate in the sieges, and we actually occupy holdings of our opponents, we're going to have high war contributions. And at the end of the war, depending on our war contributions, the victors will share the spoils amongst them. So if we actually contribute a lot, we're going to be very rich and very popular because we're going to get tons of gold and tons of prestige. So yeah, that's the reason why we're going to have to join the war. But right now, we're just honoring our alliance with them. I really don't have any good reason to join. We're not. It's not like we're looking for high gold and high prestige right now. We want to secure borders, so we're just going to let our soldiers chill in our home base. So not right now. Chris opinion. Let's try to swirl our newly conquered earl. Available marshal. Man's home. Territory defender. Increase control in county progress gain. Strict organization should do the trick. Issues. What's our new issues? This thing won't get off. Get off there. You're blocking the situations. Powerful. I don't want to give you any council positions. Is there no one we could go to war against? Okay, if no one's going to, sorry, we could search for a physician, and then we could invite claimants. Claimants are like people who have a claim directly or indirectly, like for different titles. So, but they aren't strong enough to enforce their claims. So, for example, if you're if you're the youngest son among 15 children, it's very unlikely that you're going to become the king. So if you're in that position, what you would want to do is to go to the court of someone who is more powerful than you, who can enforce your claims on your behalf. So why we are inviting claimants? Because we want to have people in our court who has these claims that we could use to invade other countries. Why would we want to do that? Because they'll be, first of all, they'll be indebted to us, and secondly, if we do that and we win the battle, the claimant will become the new ruler of the holdings that they have claims for, and most likely than not, they're going to be under our control as well. So they're going to be a new part of our realm. It's just that we don't directly control their new territories. So it's going to be good also that we're going to call for claimants. Greetings, my liege. Recent correspondence. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Court physician. We need a physician that has high learning capabilities. Okay, so let's get Ben Mead. So we're going to wait for something to happen. Meanwhile, what's happening elsewhere? Oh! If you remember correctly, this was West Francia earlier. Now it's France. And the Holy Roman Empire was formed. Who's the emperor right now? Emperor Heinrich IV of the Holy Roman Empire. So, as you can see, our biggest achievement so far has been unifying Munster. And at our scale, it feels like a big deal because we were able to unify the duchy that rightfully belongs to us. But something else is happening at the other side of the world. The Holy Roman Empire Actually, it just was established, and wow, that was fast. And if we go here to the right side of the map, Komania and Seljuk, like these big empires are farming without our knowledge. It's like so mind blowing that these great uh, happenings, these great events are happening without our knowledge just because we're so focused on our own goals and our own quests in our very tiny space here in Ireland. So there's a Great Liao. Who's the. Oh, it's a Khan. I haven't tried playing as the Khans yet. In Crusader Kings 2, you actually have to buy a DLC just to be able to play as one of the Khans. But here in Crusader Kings 3, at least Paradox didn't feel greedy about it. They didn't hide the ability to play as different cultures behind paywalls like they did before. Okay, Richard de Richard de Clare has a claim on the county of EU. Where is EU? Here, huh? Who's the holder? Count William of EU. Who's your liege? Duke Robert, who is under the Kingdom of France. Okay, so that's not a good claim to push. Because you don't want to mess with the King of France. So yeah, that's not the kind of claimant that we want. Okay, so it looks like King William won his war. Oh wait, who is this? Lord Rewallan ap Sinfin of Penlyn. He won in um, his war for the claim of Principality of Duyabart. So that's nice. But since we didn't contribute anything for that war, we don't get any benefits from that. Oh, unified Gwynedd. That's nice. But is he part of France? Oh, he's our ally. Okay, we can't declare war against our ally. Oh, how about this guy? He has a claim on the Earldom of Dublin, which is just here. So we could go to war against this guy. But he has more soldiers than us. The military strength is inferior to ours, probably just because he has weaker weapons. He has 1,000 soldiers though. 689 peasants, 300 light footmen, and 8 mangonels. We only have 600 levies, so we have 600 peasants, 100 bowmen, and 100 light footmen. That won't do. I don't feel so confident declaring war against Dublin. So let's try someone else. Until we have a formidable army, we're not going to declare war with anyone who might pose a threat to us. Wouldn't want that. So we're just going to try to secure our borders. Hopefully by the end of this stream, we've already conquered the whole of Ireland. It might not seem much right now since we're only controlling 1/3 of Ireland, but once you uh, muster considerably strong enough force, and your opponents are just small counties on your way, it's going to be a landslide. You're going to just conquer everyone so fast. Overtaxation causes banditry. Earldom of Thomond gained bandits running rampant. Ugh. Virtuous suffragan bishop celebrated. Suffragan? The hound falls before the sword. That's a nice motto for a family. Um, decisions. We could invite knights or take a. Do we need more knights? We don't actually need more knights. We need more soldiers. Our bishop is useless. We can have a better steward instead. We have a reason why we wouldn't let him stay as steward. He's overtaxing the people, so I'm gonna remove you from there. Of course, he'll want position my council, but I have reasons not to put you there. You're a terrible steward, so that's why I fired you. But can I get a better marshal? No, I can't get a better marshal. How about a better spy master? Ooh, he has 25 learning. Oh, but that's not gonna do. We need intrigue instead. What's high intrigue? Oh, one of my wives has high intrigue. We can appoint you instead. Goodbye, Ain. That's cool. And yeah, we could try finding secrets in Desmond. When we are able to find secrets, we could use it to blackmail other people or to ask for bribes. So it's an easy way to earn money. Sorry, I'm a bit barfy tonight. Oh, look at our prestige. It was 777. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. Despite our best efforts, my agents have yet to uncover any secrets at Earl Mueradak's court. Do not believe we will ever find anything either. Okay, so it looks like he doesn't have any secrets we could use. We could find secrets elsewhere, like in Ormond, probably. Go try find some dirt from our vassals. Proud through documents both ancient and of less certain provenance, I finally have enough material to make the case that you are the rightful lord of the earldom of Ossory. Okay. It's going to be expensive though. 114. Ah. We could just save up the money and invade Dublin later on, so um, I'd rather not pay an exorbitant amount just for a weak claim. Although they would have been an easy prey for us. They only have 297 soldiers. Okay, looks like Earl Ranvald also don't have any dirty laundry. This isn't what I'm paying you for. Go search for more secrets. Okay, designate a guardian for Simon. So this is another feature in the game which is also present in Crusader Kings 2. But you have to assign guardians for your children, so that they can have a nice upbringing. And their stats and their personalities will depend largely in part of their guardians. So I have to choose a good guardian for him. If I pick someone else aside from me, for example, if I pick Concobar MacDonagh for my child, he's most likely going to get the same stats as his guardian. But if I choose myself, I actually could have a better control over how he'll turn out to be in exchange of some stress. Raising children is very stressful. It's a stressful affair. But yeah, I want my son to turn out nice. So we're going to educate him myself. Oh, you're pregnant again? How many children do you plan to give me? Espionage lovers. While performing her duties as my spy master, Petty Queen Glocane has uncovered the secret held by my Bishop Gilaculim. You have secretly taken my daughter-in-law as a lover? How dare you? With that kind of face, how could you find a lover with that kind of face? You wondered. Oh, but she's an elusive shadow. That's why she's been able to keep her secrets this long. Well, unfortunately for her, my wife is a better spy master than her. She has better intrigue. So this is useful to know. Now we have a hook um, with our daughter-in-law. So having a hook means we have like a trump card. We could ask her for favors or something like that. We could blackmail her. Just a secret you have discovered to gain a hook. I got a strong hook on Hinal Patrafal. She lost 15 opinion of me. Well, of course, we could demand her convention. Yeah, you should become one of our. You should convert into insular Christianity. Although even if I don't use a hook, she'll accept my demands. How about you? I think I can blackmail you also. Uh, okay, I get a weak hook on him. What can I do? I can imprison him so that he won't be the bishop anymore. Use hook. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh! we successfully we successfully imprisoned someone who is not rightfully to be the bishop of my bishopric. We got a better bishop now with higher learning, and that's better. And sucks to be you. Just be thankful that I didn't tell your husband about your affairs. Not endorsed by my bishop, bruh. I'm the reason why you're there. So let's gonna try to scheme and have someone have people. Oh, I can't get people to join my scheme. Exposing a secret destroys all hooks given by the selected character. Why can't I? Why can't I expose that secret? It's because I already got the hook for the blackmail. Is that why? Okay, we got another. Let's get hard rule. We don't really want Manso because it doesn't seem like anyone's going to conquer us anytime soon. While performing our duties as my spy master, Petty Queen looking. Oh, that's one of my wives. So one of my wives. Oh no, Petty Queen Glushin, my spy master, discovered the secret held by my courtier Ain. She used to be the spy master. She's taken my nephew as a lover. I can't even say how it happened. Uh, I don't really care, so it's useful to know, but I don't really care. Leaving my rival. When my Gowler bought the joyous news, I could scarce believe it. My acquaintance Gilliculium has finally perished in my dungeon. I didn't even know I had prisoners. Oh, wait! That was my bishop. He died? Just a year into his imprisonment? Wow. Oh, I got a new daughter. What should we name her? Garak? Margaret? Margaret's nice. Let's name her Margaret. Oh wait, the Norman conquest of England is no longer looking good. Oh, it's because the Norse, the Norse got in the way. They also invaded England. Oh, there, that's not good. Uh, well, sorry, my friend. There's nothing I can do about that. Oh, we have 95 gold. What can we do? What can we create? I think we could make light horsemen next. What kind of troops do they have? They have light footmen and light mangonels. Light horsemen are good against archers. Bowmen are good against skirmishers. Light footmen are against heavy infantry. Armored footmen, so pikemen are strong against light cavalry. Heavy. What's going to beat light footmen? And they don't have horses, right? Light horsemen can beat archers. They have light footmen. I guess horsemen can beat armored footmen are strong against spearmen, but they're weak against light footmen. Guess I'll just get light horsemen. Bastard, while performing duties. I don't care. You can keep on doing that for all I care. Um, or more bowmen. You could actually have more bowmen instead. Maximum is 100. The maximum of this is also 100. Yeah, I think bowmen is good. Let's just make another regiment of bowmen. Wait, what's this? Despite our best efforts, my agents have yet to uncover any secrets here at court. Okay, looks like there are no more schemes that they could find. Ooh, bribe of 63 though, it's still so high. Too high, too high. Can't afford that. Still not endorsed by my bishop? That's sad. Find balance. In the heat of combat, decisiveness is often what separates victory from defeat. When the time comes, I know how I will act. I will strike and never relent. It gives us the aggressive attacker. Unyielding defender, but gives me stress. I don't want to get stressed. Let's just get aggressive attacker. What does that do? Enemy fatal casualties plus 25%. It's going to chop more heads than usual. On the unworthy challenge. At first I thought the simple footman a fool for stepping onto the training field. However, the battle proved more hard fought than I expected. Gradually became clear that he would be unable to stop his wild and vicious strikes from hurting me. Disarming him suddenly became a matter of life and death. Tried not to show my relief when his sword finally hit the ground. Uh, we could hire him, strike him down where he stands, or gain prestige and piety. Okay, that's better. We're now distinguished. We're we're popular. Or we're famous actually, not necessarily popular. There's a difference. If you're popular, that means you're well liked. If you're famous, that means you're well known. That's a good difference. Thesaurus 101 by Franz Irurita. Are we strong enough to declare war? Wait a minute. Don't we have a courtier as useful county claim? Don't you have a claim? Claim on Earldom of Ilek. Where's that? Oh, that's cool. How about Earldom of Oriel? How about you? Richard Declare, County of Eu, County of Eu. Uh, would make a good vassal. That's nice. Has a useful county claim. Are you the one who was? No, not you. Did it die already? Huh. That person who has a claim on Dublin just disappeared. Are you sure not? We would go all the way there to claim it, but it's going to be messy. We're going to leave our borders, which isn't nice. Okay, bribe it is. We can repay that 10 gold easily anyway. You're in debt. Okay. I have to assign a guardian to my son, which should be me again. You're in debt. Let's declare war to the Earl of Ossory. Can I declare war while in debt? Okay. Let's not declare war while in debt. Let's try to get Ossory now. Let's declare war against you. Press my claims. They're vastly inferior military compared to us. Okay, so we're going to raise our whole army. And, well, you dare enter my lands. I'm gonna let you run away. Martial perk available. We're going to get soldiers with lesser fortune, mercenary higher cost, increased by 30%. That's good. We're gonna hire them in the future. Aha! We're victorious in the battle. We should follow them wherever they go. Insular exaltation. Okay, how commendable. We're going to try to defend on a hill, but we have superior soldiers. I mean, we have bowmen. You could go up the hills, but if you don't have other bowmen, you're going to die. You're going to be forced to go down the hill and fight us anyway. So that's not a very good idea, bruh. You're just gonna keep on losing. Okay, so let's try to lay siege now. There we go. So the siege is progressing, albeit very slowly. Oh, shifting interest. I was watching Simon play with other children when Olaf tried to push him over. The moment did not last long, as Simon soon had made an entirely new game out of it and forgotten the previous game entirely. He gains the trait of fickle, has higher diplomacy but lower stewardship. Wrathful. Forgiving. If he's forgiving, he's going to lose. Why can't I press it? Oh dear. It's going to have less intrigue if he's forgiving, but it's going to have higher diplomacy skill, which I guess is okay. Aha, looks like we won the war. Gonna press our claims, enforce our demands, and now we're also the Earl of Ossory. And that's going to make us richer and more famous. Victory, victory, victory. That's good. And designate another guardian. Since I'm already tutoring two of my sons, which is the maximum number of tutors, I mean tutees you can have, I'm going to have to assign someone else to take care of my daughter. My spy master would do great. Powerful vassals. You're just mayors. You're not really powerful. We're gonna have our marshal exert control on Ossory, and our Bishop Rohan um, get a claim in Athlone. We're gonna try to unify Ireland step by step, one by one. How old am I? I'm 50. I still have lots of years ahead of me. Okay. Prisoner taking the siege, but he's no longer a prisoner since we already signed a peace contract. A peace treaty, rather. It happened now. It's still Norway. England doesn't exist as of now. Normandy's not doing well in his war. Looks like we're in the timeline where William of Normandy never successfully invaded England. Oh, that's sad. Instead of having a really powerful ally, we have a loser as an ally. Greetings, Petty King Marchand of Munster. Oh, that was fast. And we could declare war again. Press all claims. We have similar military strength. Okay, that's not gonna do. We'll have to recruit more soldiers before we go to war. Which shouldn't be. We shouldn't take long. Alar's pay. I was shocked when I caught Simons trying to steal from the travel chest of the visiting Earl Meriadoc. He blamed the game another child had invented, but I could tell he was lying. What is he? He has high learning. He can't make do with intrigue. He's already really bad at it. So yeah, let's just make him really bad at intrigue. Ah, I have another daughter. Constance seems like a nice name. New martial perk. That's good. Um, can't get absolute control though. So we'll have to go through this in case some raiders arrive at our shores. Maybe. Probably going to try to get another light footman. Men at Arms regiment. There we go. I was watching Michael play with other children when Olaf tried to push him over. Soon a brawl had broken among the children. Yeah, get him! Get him! Okay, so what's our similar? Still similar. We have more. We have more troops though. Superior quality. What's the quality of his soldiers? Doesn't say. He has 200 light footmen. He has 100 pikemen. But pikemen, we should have heavy soldiers. Heavy infantry then. Armored footmen are against spearmen. We're good against spearmen. Defeat. Oh, we lost. Your war contribution score 0, so we're not getting anything. Ah, damn it. We lost to King Harold, son of Norway. Oh, we can have another son named Anna. Sorry, that's a daughter. The guileless King Magnus of the Danelaw and his Val raiders have carved out a new realm in the Isles and proclaimed it Kingdom of the Danelaw Reborn. Uh, Looks like the Norse. I don't like the name. Danelaw. Uh, well, I hope Scotland will be able to defend itself against the Danes. It's not even Denmark. It's Norway. Rest for the weary. Sweaty, tired, and in need for food, a long day of training with the troops is coming to an end. As we search for a place to camp, we spot an old and abandoned castle in the distance. Cracking my knuckles, I declare, that is where we will make our camp tonight. The sun is setting, and with every step towards the ruin, it looks more ominous. Before long, the soldiers are whispering about ghosts. Let's venture inside. I am sure there's treasure to be found. Searching for the unknown. Darkness, dampness, and desolation reign inside the castle, and all traces of life are gone. Peering up decaying stairs, I spot what might be the remnants of lashed tapestries and old paintings. Looking down spiraling steps, I see only darkness reaching far down into the ground beneath the castle. Search the upper floors or what might be hidden in the darkness beneath. Okay, let's go down. Pretty good odds here, 77%. Again, face my fears. Prowess and stress gain minus 10%. That's good. Yeah, we didn't find any treasure. That's sad. We can designate another daughter of ours. Convert culture. What is she? Irish? My she can stay as an insular Irish for all I care. There was a commotion among the children today. Simon was attempting to preach among his fellow youngsters. You don't do that. Oh, these are my two sons. Michael was furious that anyone could target someone attempting to speak on behalf of Jesus. Chased away the other children. You will serve the divine well, child. So, how are my children doing? Sorry, I keep barfing. Oh, he's charming, honest, and forgiving. That's really nice. How about my other son? Also charming, zealous, and wrathful. Haha. They're gonna grow up nice. They're gonna grow up well. While I was at the market with Simon, his attention was caught by a criminal chained in the pillory. Simon watched him for a while. When he did nothing but cough and beg for water, Simon rolled his eyes and kept on walking. I don't want him to be callous. What's being callous gonna do for him? Can't hover my mouse over callous. Um, I can check what callous. What does being callous mean? Okay, never mind. Let's just teach him to be. What is he again? Let's teach him to be compassionate instead. Okay, I don't want to be irritable, but something that we have to live with. We're still not endorsed by our bishop. Okay, let's go make armored footmen. You can declare war, powerful puzzles. I don't care if... Is my scheme not working? Oh, it's negative 2. It's working, but very slowly. Oh, come on. He lost opinion on me. Where's Rohan? Ronan, sorry. Is that why he's angry at me? Because I don't know his name. Can't sway him anymore. He's irritated at me. Oh well, it can't be helped. I got another daughter. That's a lot of people I could send off to marry off faraway princes so that we can make great alliances for the benefit of the kingdom. Still similar, but I think we can beat them this time. They have 930 men. We have more, but of less quality. So I guess we're going to war against them anyway. Let's try to see who's going to win this battle. Looks like we're on the advantage. And we won! Ha! And that was easy. We almost killed half of their soldiers. Okay, enduring hardships. We're playing too fast. Allied combat, that's thin. Oh no! My counselor died! And this is also why you shouldn't be commanding your own armies. We should change the commander of this army into someone else while there's still time. Let's change the commander, someone who is one of my knights. I'll make you my commander, Domno. And we're going to have to replace my chancellor because the old one died. Okay, Earl Mueradak, your dream of becoming part of my council will now be granted. And you, Marshal, you're going to be... Oh, the sword could be changed by someone who has higher stewardship. And you could be replaced by someone who has higher martial skill. Okay, the commander is going to be my new counselor. Oh no, I'm in debt. That's fine. I'm sure my debtors will let me live because I'm the king here. I'm the king, and I can get away with any debt I have. I'll pay you off later on, don't worry. I'm sure the Iron Bank of Bravos has infinite pockets. So, don't you worry about that. Oh dear, who's this? Whose army is this? We're going to win this. We should be able to beat them before this army arrives, or else we're going to be at a severe disadvantage. Oh no, enemy reinforcements are coming. This should end now. Oh dear, we're gonna lose this battle. We lost. Oh, one of my soldiers died again. Oh, the commander was captured. Oh, we're gonna have to replace you with someone. Recruit to court. Don't have money for that. I'll assign Lorican instead. Well, less soldiers, less mouths to feed, and more money for me. Typhus, my poor daughter. Oh, my daughter has typhus. One of them. I don't care so much. She can have my daughter. I don't care. Oh no, this isn't going to be good. We're losing the battle. Can we call allies for this? So what we could do is sell our daughters to marriage. Find spouse. And alliance power. Saxon. This will form an alliance with Ordulf de Bilong, son of Duke Magnus. You should be enough. Matrilineal? Oh dear. I'll just give you away, and we're going to have an alliance with Duke Magnus of Angria. Please, 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 please. Okay. So we have a strong ally that we can call to war. Why? Why can't we call our allies to war? Oh, there you go. Call to war. Let's go! Come on. Come on. Don't disappoint me. Where is he? Did he raise any armies? Come on, help me out, bro. He should raise an army somewhere and help me fight. What's happening there? Should go to Torment and try to. Let's try to regroup. They have a commander. Let's have someone. Mayor Quillen should be our commander. There's 800 of them. Where did they get those soldiers? Did they have a mercenary band here? They have a mercenary band. That's so unfair. They just have more money than us. That's their advantage. Disband now, will we still be able to? I can't disband because there's an army on my territory. There's nothing we can do right now. Okay, we're trying to muster troops. And they're going to try to attack us up the hills. Hopefully we're going to be able to defend this. Hopefully. Let's just try. The war doesn't look good, guys. We're losing. Oh, there's reinforcements. Let's go. There's my son-in-law. They're gonna win us the war, I swear. There we go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, let's try to regain my capital. Sieging the other side. This is great. Yeah, just do that. Thank you very much for your support. Courtiers killed in siege. Courtiers captured in siege. I don't care as long as I get my land back. A keen eye. Michael seemed to enjoy your latest feast immensely. Uh, if he's greedy, he has higher stewardship, I think, and lower diplomacy, which should be fine. What's your diplomacy, young boy? Yeah, that should be fine. You have very low diplomacy to begin with, anyway. Okay, we can, I think, skip to our victory. Thank you very much. Thanks to that alliance, we're going to win. And we won the war. This is no monster. Oh wait, what's this? New war. Oh, they have a war against me? I don't want to. Okay, let's reform our soldiers first before we go for any other wars. They were already fighting another war. Okay, let's go defeat this guy. My son is now of age. He's 16. We could find a marriage candidate for him, which will give us a really strong alliance again. House of Zaringen. House head Duke Herman. Having dukes as allies is really nice. Duke Pierre, Duke Conrad. I think Maria would do. She's comely, so there's that. And vassal in the Holy Roman Empire. That should do. There we go, another alliance. Courtesy of my children. Oh no, that's a lot of people. Can't I call my allies to this war? Retreat. Oh dear. I don't think. Are we going to win this? Barely lost it. Who's this? Who's this? Attacker, Kingdom of Bohemia. Why is the Kingdom of Bohemia involved in this? He called the King of Bohemia into this war. Ah, oh, come on. And I can't call my own allies for this? I can. I can call in two dukes. Probably should have all my children marry someone. Just so that I have more allies. This could do. Duke of Burgundy. There we go. Call your ally to war. There we go. So who's gonna win? A petty king with 3 duke allies, or a petty king with a king, a real king as an ally? We'll see. We'll see what happens here. But right now we're being massacred by the enemy. Look at those numbers. We only have 600 soldiers compared to their thousands. Oh dear. It's going to be really hairy. For my allies, they should be marching now. There we go. Look at that. 4,000 to the amicable. Sure, sure, sure. I'll join your war. I'll just not send any troops. Easy peasy. There we go. Let's go here. The speed is too fast. Oh, that's a prick. Sorry. Call allies to war. Oh, that's a different war. They go straight for the objectives, huh? So we're going to try to retake Athlone, because that's what's going to win us the war. Well, at least eventually. They're trying to rout the enemy. They're approaching them. Should join that. Should join that battle. Or just stay in the siege. Yeah, probably should just stay in the siege. Or join the battle? Yeah, we should join the battle. Definitely. Oh, look at those numbers. Why am I overwhelmed with stress? What's happening? We're just going to war. Empty council position. My marshal died? What's the highest marshal skill? Brian. Okay, I think that's my son. Yeah, that's my son. My son is my new marshal. Victory in that battle. Very good. Let's go back to sieging Athlone. And fast forward. It's going to be really easy war. Ransom, yeah, we need more money. Let's ransom everyone. Prisoner. Let's go there. Let's try to beat their asses. Oh, my son died. No. And he was such a nice guy. Oh well, that's what other sons are for. How could I get over the death of my son that easily? Oh well, who should we assign? Simon, my other son. You're the new marshal. Don't be like your brother who died too early. What's happening here? I think that's raiding party, so it's not anything we have to worry about. Michael comes in age. He has higher martial prowess, so he's our new chancellor. I mean counselor. Yeah, get off there, Simon. You don't deserve to be there. My son Michael will be there. Don't worry, you're still my heir, so don't worry about that. Michael Burin can marry, so let's choose someone. Another ally. Normal, potential alliance, County of Bayou, County of Colmar, Earlmont of Desmond. That's just down there, we don't need that. Keep losing battles that we don't have our allies in. I think we're gonna win this war. What matters is we win the war. It doesn't matter if we lose battles. As long as we win the war. Mental break. I swear to God, I'll punch someone. You lose 40. I will scourge myself. Being a flagellant is nice. Lower prowess though. Yeah, I'll just do this. I'll become irritable. What? What happened? Why did the war just end abruptly? I still control this at loan, right? Can we go to war against Connacht? No. Dublin? No. Call to war. Uh, Peasant uprising. Sure, sure, sure. I'm going to fight peasants? No problem. We lost our steward? 2 years ago, you promised to aid me in the Swabian de Jure War, yet so far you have done nothing to support me in this endeavor. I'll just pay you, I guess. I'll just send you money. You should be happy with that. My pious boys. Yeah, we won that war, even if we didn't do anything. You're in debt, few knights, powerful vassals. Martial prick available. Where is it? We have two. Prepared conscription and absolute control. We should change our laws. Increase our crown authority. Succession. Don't feel like we need to change our succession. All children inherit equally. Yeah, that can't. That can't. That won't do. Let's go for primogeniture. I can't? It's too bad. Looks like our holdings will be divided among our sons when we die. Shouldn't be a big problem, but it's going to be a problem. So let's put someone else elsewhere. Fabricate claim on Dublin. Yeah, that's great. Vastly inferior. Decent quality. I guess we have to construct new buildings and there we go. They have 1346, we have 1702. Let's declare war. Wait, what? I thought we had. What? I read the claim on the county, but why can't I declare war? Oh, because I'm in debt. Right, right, right. We should invite knights. Oh, my counselor died. I am outliving a lot of people in this game. Okay, we're no longer in debt. We can declare war now. Call to war. Holy war! Pomerania is all the way here. I gotta join. Well, let's accept because we can't save face. We're just talking about my troops. We have more, but looks like he called up his allies. So we're also going to call our allies to this war. Ah, not on this war. But not on that war. Earldom of Dublin. There we go. Let's call our allies to war. Although actually, we can just take care of this smaller force first. Moving too fast. I hope we get to defeat them even before the reinforcements arrive. And looks like that's going to be the case. They're not even going to attempt to reinforce their soldiers, their allies. They're just gonna leave their allies to death. There we go. We win. And then let's try to get Dublin. The new lifestyle perk. Can we move on to a different focus? We can move between focuses, so that's cool. Maybe we should become a stalwart. Stalwart leader. Are we? Yes, we're the commander. As long as we control Dublin, nothing else matters. So let's just stay here. Let them get Thomond. I have lots of other holdings anyway. As long as they control Dublin, they have nothing against me. Knight has arrived. They have enough knights. We should make one of them a knight. Recruit to court. Can't recruit to court while I don't have money. Can't afford the knight. Are we winning, son? Yeah, looks like we're winning. Control Dublin. So let's move on to Leinster. Let's try to control that also. Where are you going? I'm going to try to lift the siege. I think he's going to try to lift the siege over there. Well, he lifted the siege. They retreated even before your. Oh, a battle ensues. And looks like they're going to win. Oh dear, they're winning heavily, which is nice. Our allies are really good. We have really strong allies. You know, it's important to have really strong friends in this game. So be wary of who your children will marry. It's going to bring you victory, lots of victory. That's what I'm telling you. Could have sold the fort. The walls haven't been breached yet. Ah, my wife is pregnant again. Is she with me here in the camp? Okay, we're gonna win the battle. I mean the war in 30 days. Beshotted can marry. Go, send proposal. And we can press our claim. Okay, so this one also soldiers go back here first. Wait, are we fighting another war? Are we fighting another war? Okay, disband our army. Try to sway him so that we won't have to go to war against him. We could just, you know, sway him to become part of our army. I mean, part of our confederacy of monster. Wait, how long is it until we can become a kingdom? Reclaim Britannia. Which part is Britannia again? This is Brittany. Where's Britannia? This whole one? Um, what is Britannia? Ireland is Britannia? Ah, that's new. I mean, to me, didn't know that. Found a new kingdom. Level of fame is illustrious or above. You hold 3 more duchies. Realm size is 30 or more. Our realm size right now is just 4. No, sorry. Our realm size is 6. We're just a duchy. Okay, what happened elsewhere? Oh, Romania is bigger now, as well as Great Liao and Seljuk. Holy Roman Empire seems to have shattered towards the south. Denmark and Sweden. Sweden declared independence from Denmark. That's cool. Uh, how about me? How long will it take me? Someone wants to murder me. Oh dear, that's bad. Disrupt schemes. Yeah, we're going to try to disrupt schemes. We don't want to die an early death, even though we're already at our 60s. Is there anyone we can declare war against? No. I have another daughter. I have too many daughters. Uh, my soldier character is too horny for his own good. Oh, we lost the war. That's so sad. We can ransom a countess. Duchy of Meath. I need 250 gold for that. Let's exert our control in Dublin. What's this? Who's fighting on my own lands? Who are these guys? Earldom Desmond versus... Are they having a power struggle? Looks like Ormond will have a new owner. What's happening? My vassals are having a war against each other. That's funny. And there's nothing I can do about it. They want to declare war at each other, then go at it. I mean, they have a right to extend their borders as long as they don't encroach on my own borders. So yeah, go at it. I don't care so much. So what's the point of building another duchy? It's going to fracture my kingdom once I die, because the second duchy will be inherited by my other son. So Simon will own the first duchy, which is Munster, which should be the southwestern part, and then my other son Michael will inherit this other side, the Duchy of Meath. So the eastern north side. So they're going to be allies, I think, which should be nice. But a better outcome would be just having one. Yeah, just having one successor. So we probably should try to kill this guy. Can't murder. Can't murder my own child. Oh well, looks like I can't murder my own child. Oh no, another son. That's not good. Stop giving me sons. I have enough sons. Do you have any children? Does he have a spouse? Okay, never mind. What else can we do? Low control. Duchy of Meath. Let's just wait until we have 250. So we could establish the Duchy of Meath. Otherwise, my counties will go to other people. Or can I farm the kingdom? Petty Kingdom of Munster, which is a duchy title. The jury part of the Kingdom of Ireland, Emperor Britannia. Kingdom of Ireland, great title, have to have 7 counties and 2 of the duchies. Okay, so actually we can just try to invade Leinster and we could declare ourselves as King of Ireland. So let's fabricate a claim in Leinster. And then save up enough money. We need 500 gold to establish the kingdom. Oh, first we have to establish the duchy. And then we establish the kingdom. So it's going to be a 2-step process. And we're going to have to survive all of that. So it's better not to command any more armies at this point. Yeah, I know, but courtship, chivalric, dominance. That's going to be useful for us. We're just 50 gold away until we can create our duchy. So that's around 10 months. Around October, we'll have enough money. It's my duty to inform you that irrefutable evidence has been unveiled proving that your marriage with Petty Queen Orlate is consanguineous in nature. What? We're related? Okay, I can divorce one of my wives. I don't care. Oh dear. Okay, we're going to fabricate. And then we're going to declare another war. Oof, we have a truce. When's the truce going to end? Where can I see that? Truce. What? Sorry, where can I see the truce? Is it worth it losing 250? Yeah, I think it's yeah, it's going to be worth it. If that means we're going to become a king, then so be it. And let's call our allies to this war. How do we call my allies to this war again? Ah, come on. They're not going to accept my call to war just because I'm no longer that prestigious. Yeah, right. I spend prestige to call others to my war. So there's that. They're my insurance policy though, because I don't know who this guy could call out to be part of this war. So, and there's my allies. We're going to make short work. I have to spend prestige. Destroy me in jail. And we won the war again. Which is which is which makes us eligible to become king. Well, sorry, I have to make another duchy first. So this duchy of Leinster should be 250. So we have to amass wealth, at least 250 gold, so that we could create the title. And it's going to pay for our negative prestige. So again, by October. Oh dear, no! No! I wasn't ready to die. We were this close from becoming the King of Ireland. But. And now we're going to play as a queen, which isn't good because medieval Europe was very misogynistic. So a lot of the people around you will have very bad opinion of you. And I'm not sure if this girl's are you married? He's married. Is this a matrilineal? Is this a matrilineal affair? Located in Gwent? Is this part of my... Oh, there. Okay. Okay, this is my brother, Simon, and my brother, Michael. Well, that's how things happen. At least we still have control of the whole of Monster. The whole work of my father has been unraveled. All that hard work. But at least we're we're richer than before. Primary heir not of the wrong dynasty. We're going to lose. Okay. If ever I die, who's going to be my new heir? My sister. This is a disaster. You have to divorce this guy. Well, oh well. So we spent 2 hours playing just one character, and I hope you guys see how this game is fun. It gave me considerable amount of stress towards the end, but it was really fun playing this. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to stream this game again, but I'm going to keep this save file as my streaming save. So I'm going to save this game as my streaming save. If I ever want to play this game on my own, I'm going to have a different save file. So if ever I continue this journey, you have to. Uh, if ever I continue this journey, I want you to be there to see how I make Ireland great and how I'm going to become the world ruler starting from Ireland. So if you want to see that happen, like, share, and comment, and subscribe, regardless of where you are. I mean, if you're on Facebook or in your YouTube, whatever. Like, comment, subscribe, share, or follow my page. Do anything of that so that I know that people would actually like to see me play Crusader Kings 3 again on a live stream. Well, anyway, I'll continue playing this game. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you also give Crusader Kings 3 a try because this game is fantastic. There's a lot of things that you can do, and it's very open ended. You can do whatever you want. You can even start your own religion or elect an anti-pope or whatever, become your own kingdom and stuff like that. From what I've shown, I only played as a small count who later on become a petty king and who is ambitioning to become a king. But if you want, you could also try to become one of the bigger countries here, like become the Holy Roman Emperor or the King of France or the King of Spain. Whatever you want, you can do here in this game. I mean, in terms of politics and you know schemes and wars and stuff like that. It's a really deep game that I think people who enjoy grand strategy games will also enjoy. So yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight, and I'm going to see you again this Saturday. And that's it for tonight. Good night, guys.